Yo, gang, I'm sick right now, bro. I'm so sick. I just took Theraflu, Benadryl, everything, guys. Let me tell you what happened, okay? You see the title, man. I truly think God humbled me, man. For real, guys. I truly think God humbled me. And I'm back in debt. I'm back in debt. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you guys for real right now. I'm back in debt, man. I can't even get out of bed to make this video. Okay, I told you guys I'm going to share the good, the bad, the real, the ugly, the everything in my life. So what happened? Let's talk about it. About 2 weeks ago, I told you guys what happened with my whole paternity leave situation, where I was working while I was on paternity leave. I had to pay them people back, so I had to come out of pocket $7,000, right? I keep a very, slim emergency fund. So, I paid them back their money. I had about $10,000 in my emergency fund. I paid them back their $7,000. Boom. I had about 3 bands left, okay? Guys, what I've been doing, right? I've been hustling. I was still investing, still contributing money into my 401k, still investing into Bitcoin, but at the same time, I was slowly rebuilding my emergency fund, right? And so we got it back to $5,000. Now, let me tell you guys something. My emergency fund's at 5K. That's not my goal. Of course, especially around these times, I told you guys I'd want to build my emergency fund to a better spot, right? But you know what? Like, when you're investing, right, you're seeing the returns on your investments. It's really fun. So it's like, I'm not really prioritizing my emergency fund, right? I'm more, I feel like I'm a FOMO investor right now. I'm putting money into crypto. I'm putting money into, the brokerage account and my 401k, all these things, not prioritizing my investments. Let me tell you what happened. Okay. My wife hits me up and she's like, oh, by the way, I got the mail to confirm that it's not a scam. It really was. Like, I really paid them back. I got the receipt, so we're good. But anyways, let me get back to where we are today. My wife hits me up and she tells me, hey, baby, it's cold. You feel me? The house is cold as hell. And the hot water is not working. What the hell do you mean? The house is cold, the hot water is not working. So, usually, I said, all right, let me just play around with it. Guys, I ain't no mechanic. I'm a nurse. I don't know what the hell I was doing back there. I said, give me a second, babe. I'm going to take care of it. I went back there, guys. I started freaking, I started knocking on the boiler, bro. Making mad noise, man. I got the box and the tools, bro. Because, as a man, bro, you got to show out, man. You got to show out, for your house, for your household. My kids is cold, man. So I quickly bought a little portable heater. I said, here, hold this down for now. All right, daddy got to go to work. I'm going to take care of it when I come home. I started banging on this shit. This shit was not working. And I started reading the fine print. This shit said, be careful, blah, 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 death. I'm not trying to die, right? Effing around with this boiler and stuff. I was about to play around with the freaking cords and whatnot. I said, hold up, pause, time out, let me stop. I said, you know what, let me not be cheap, because I ain't no construction worker. I ain't no plumber. I ain't no, you know what I mean? I have no idea what the hell I'm doing, guys. I got to the point, I'm out here, I was putting my stethoscope, right? I went to my car, got my stethoscope. I'm putting in the freaking boiler, trying to find out if there's water in it. I'm trying to check the vitals in this shit. It wasn't working out. So I'm like, all right, man, let me just call, the plumbing company, bro. He comes through, you know what I mean? Very friendly gentleman. I'm trying to be as nice as possible. I'm offering him water. I'm offering him sauce-pois. I don't know if you guys know what sauce-pois is, but Haitian food. I'm like, yo, you want some sauce-pois, man? I got some food here. He's like, yeah, give me a second. I don't want none of that. Let me see what's going on. He's like, all right. So I go to the back, go to the porch. I show him, because that's where the whole boiling system is. And he looks at it. And he's like, damn, when was the last time you got this thing checked? And I was like, what do you mean checked? I got to get it checked? He's like, yeah, you're supposed to do routine maintenance. I was like, oh, yeah, like every year, I think I have somebody, you feel me, like come through. And I don't know. I just do what I got to do to pass because, like, you know, where I live at, the HOA, they make you do something, guys. And whenever they come, they always say, yeah, you good, you good. So I'm like, okay, cool. But come to find out, my water boiler haven't been replaced since 2009. And then my water heater haven't been replaced since, I think, 2013. So he was looking at it. He was like, listen, I could change this one port right here. I think it's the water filter for about $1,000, right? But it's not going to make sense because these things look like they're out of date. You know what I mean? There was some type of corrosion going on. He showed me, he explained it to me really well, man, but I wasn't understanding because then once he showed me the $1,000, I was like, damn, what the hell? $1,000? Why you need $1,000 for? And then he'll show me, all right, so if we do the tank and this and that, blah, 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 it's going to be $2,500. And I was like, damn. I'm like, all right. But then he's like, it wouldn't make sense because the heart of the problem is your water boiler and your water heater is like freaking old as hell. One's water boiler, whatever, 2009, the other one's 2013. Like, we could change the parts, but the source is still, he explained that shit to me really well, guys. I didn't want to hear none of that shit. And I told him, all right, man, listen, how much is it going to cost? He says, well, we're going to have to call in the specialist. I said, what? Specialist? You mean a specialist, man? I'm like, yo, why can't you just give me a price, man? I'm like, yo, I looked at him in the eye. I'm like, yo, gang, bro. Yo, you see that? You see these toys on the floor, bro? That's my son, bro. And I'm out here, man. I'm trying to have another baby, man. Why are you calling the specialist for me, bro? He says, you know, I don't handle that. Guys, I'm like, come on, bro. You don't want sauce? I have food here. I really was trying to negotiate with my man. He didn't want to hear it. He said, I'm going to get the specialist for you. That's all I can do. But, you know, there's no other discounts, yada, yada, yada. I'm like, all right, cool. Long story short, I said, when can the specialist come in? He said, you know, he called the company. And you know what? They called him like, yo, we can get the specialist in within an hour or two. I was like, I bet. Let's just get this out the way because I need to find out how much this is going to cost, man. Specialist pulls up, guys, very friendly gentleman. I ain't going to hold you. He's mad friendly. And when I tell you guys, as soon as he came in, I said, give me a second, sir. I went down, no diddy, right? I went down on my knees. I took off his shoes, guys. You hear me? I took off this man's shoes. I said, give me a second. No, don't worry about it. He's like, what are you doing? I said, no. I usually don't like shoes in my house, but here, get comfortable, man. I walked the man. I didn't even ask him, do you want water? I handed him the water bottle, right? Because now we got the specialist in my damn house, bro. I don't know what he's about to do, what type of thing. Guys, when I tell you, I made my house look like a mess, bro. I made him like, guys, I'm down bad right now, man. I mean, I'm down bad. I didn't want the kitchen to look like a mess. So I'm like, you know what I mean? I made him look like the baby toys was like a mess. Like, you know what I mean? Not messy, but like messy because of like the kids type of situation. But, you know, I had the food out right there for him. Guys, Haitian food, guys. This guy was one of the whitest men I've ever seen, right? And I'm offering him griot. I'm offering him that black rice and everything. He's like, no, thank you, sir. No, thank you. He was already uncomfortable because I was touching his feet. You feel me? Trying to take off his shoes and shit like that. You know what I mean? I forgot to tell you, he didn't let me take off his shoes. He was like, I'm all right. I'm all right. Whoa. And honestly, guys, hey, guys, I was just trying my best to get me a nice deal, man. Put my pride aside, man. I tried to, you know, I was trying to like, yo, bro, what, like, you know what I mean, man? Like, I don't know what you about to offer me, what deal it is. She's like, let me see what's going on, man. Right? So he's asking me to go in my boiler room, and I'm talking to him about his kids. I'm trying to find out about his life, guys, just to get a discount. Right? I forgot. And he's like, yo, what the hell? I'm about to leave. So, all right, we go to the back really quickly. And after me doing all these jokes and whatnot, you know what I mean, trying to distract him, we go to the boiler room. He looks at the system. He looked at the thing on his computer, fiddling, diggling, whatever that thing was. And I'm sitting here, guys. I'm sick, bro. My stomach is flipping because I could feel it, bro. I could feel that shit. He's about to charge me an arm and a leg, man. Hey, yo, gang. My guy looked at me and said, so this is going to be $16,000. What? 16 what? He said $16,000. Yo, let me tell you something, bro. I took the Suswa and I started drinking that shit. His Suswa. I started drinking that shit. That shit started falling on me, bro. I couldn't even breathe. I was like, why? I called my wife in the room. Baby, come here. He's like, are you okay, sir? I'm like, oh my God. I said, how much? My wife came, like, what's going on? He started talking to us, man, about how much it's gonna cost, bro. Meanwhile, my house is cold as hell, man, right? I could barely breathe, man. Shit, guys. Yo, I was hot, though. My body was boiling. I couldn't believe it. Honestly, I was about to fight him. Because I just couldn't believe he said that price in my house. I'm about to fight my mans, bro. Give me my sauce, bro. I moved everything. No, you can't give me a discount, guys. Before it was 16,400, he said, you know what? If you pay everything right now, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. Yo, we'll put it to 16,077. I'm like, yo, why can't you just make it 16,000 flat, bro? 16,077. What the hell is that supposed to do for me, gang? Yo, I'm sitting here, like, having conversation with him. He's like, I'm sorry, man, but it's going to be 16 bands. I'm like, 16 bands, aren't you? Well, how you know about bands, bro? You know what I mean? He's taking this as a joke now, man. But honestly, at this point, you know, my pride came through. My ego came through, guys. This is very bad to have. And I was like, don't worry about it. You know, I'll take care of it. Because my wife started looking at me like, you know, she gave me, she gets the ick, you know what I mean? When she gave me that brokey look. And at this point, guys, I had to represent, right? I had to represent. I had to show out. I said, don't worry about it. Give me a second. Yo, mind you, guys, I told you this job is going to cost $16K. I have $5K in my emergency fund, right? But I have a credit card, right? That shit is locked. It's in a lockbox, right? I never use it, right? We have another credit card my wife uses. She gets points and stuff like that. But we always put the balance as 0. That credit card balance is not even a lot. It's probably like $2,000. But I have another credit card from back in the day when I was in debt, right? Yo, that shit was sealed like the nine-tailed fox, bro. When I told you I had to go back, I went to, give me a second, sir. I went in my rooms under somewhere here, right? Under the bed. Man, that, it's in a box within a box, guys. It's like in a safe, bro. I opened it up. I have like the balance on that shit, bro. I have like a $50,000 credit limit on that thing, bro. And I said, yo, man, I'm back. I don't know what to do. Because I don't want to ask somebody to borrow money. You feel me? I don't want to ask, like, my mom be having mad money saved. And she could have held me down. But I'd rather be in debt to myself than to owe somebody. But then it's just like, guys, to owe the credit card. So I grabbed the credit card and I was like, yo, man, I'm so sorry. I'm back, man. I'm back. I need you right now. I got this man in my house. He's trying to play me. He gotta disappear. My family is cold. You feel me? So we gotta take care of this problem right now. And yeah, man. So I went up front, gave the guy the card, and what he did was, so he charged me half, and he's gonna charge the other half when the job's done. He explained to me the parts and everything. I make sure I'm not getting no used parts, but I'm gonna get a brand new system, baby. I'm gonna get like a brand new water boiler. Everything's gonna be brand new. My house is gonna be hot. Guys, I'm cold as hell right now, but I'm the type, I still gotta sleep naked. You feel me? That's why, you know what I mean? But I'm cold as hell. I got the portable heater going, and my son's cold, bro. All right, my son is out here tap dancing. We ain't got no hot water. You feel me? That ass about to ask the neighbors, right? Can I take a shower in your house? But nah, we just been taking bucket baths, you know, boiling this shit, doing what I gotta do. It's a very humbling moment, guys, because if you've seen, right, how I was talking that money talk in these past videos, bro, that's what I get. That's what I freaking get, bro. Sometimes, guys, when you get into the bag, bro, it gets to your head, and God is, you know, if you don't, you know, remain humble, you know what I mean, God's gonna give you some reminders. So let's do the math, right? If that job is 16K and I just made a 5,000, I'm waiting for it to pen when it's done pending. I'm gonna make a $4,000 payment so that this way I have $1,000 cash on me at all times. But I'm not even good at math like that, but I think I'm still gonna be in, sorry guys, I use my fingers. I don't know if y'all see me use my fingers. My bad. But anyways, I'm still gonna be in like $14,000 worth of debt on my credit card. See what I'm saying? So now I'm in debt. I'm in debt $14,000. $1,000 I have in my emergency fund. And we're back to square one, right? I asked ChatGPT, what should I do if I should stop investing in my 401k? Because honestly, you know, like, I don't know if you guys remember, like, I get paid bi-weekly. I was putting about $1,000 aside in my 401k every paycheck. I was putting $1,000 aside into my brokerage account every paycheck. So every month I invest at least about $5,000, right? And I was also putting about $500 aside into crypto, so $2,500. So bi-weekly I invest $2,500, and so for the month that's $5,000. Yeah. So I asked ChatGPT, what should I do? And ChatGPT told me to just pause all my investments entirely, even my 401k, so that this way I could focus on paying off the high interest debt. So that's what I'm gonna do. You know what I mean? I'm gonna pause my investments, stay down for the next 3 months, and become debt free again. You know what I mean? I'm gonna become debt free again, and then once we get rid of the debt, I'm gonna focus on rebuilding my emergency fund. It's gonna take me probably, at this point, guys, I want to have a solid 20k just sitting there. I don't like to have too much cash, but what's up, baby? How you doing?
Question.
Yeah.
Are you on the phone?
Yeah, I'm talking to YouTube.
You're on live?
Yeah.
I need your help.
You need my help right now?
Yeah.
Bye, Jojo. All right, I'm coming.
Well, I can tell you right now.
What is it?
How to say this text.
What text?
Can you get off that for a second?
No, I can't. There's like 40,000 people on it.
You're lying.
No, I promise. There's too much people. I can't stop. If you could just listen. Guys, you know what's embarrassing, man? We trying to find out whose house we can take a shower at, man. She's showing me text messages, like, you know what I mean? Like, I told her, man, let's just go to her mama's house. You know what I mean? Yo, man, very humbling, guys. Very humbling. I don't know what to tell y'all, man, but that's where I'm at right now, guys. I have to keep you guys updated on my life. But yeah, bro, let me get out of here. I gotta go wash my ass before work. You feel me? And yeah, man, that's where I'm at, guys. I gotta get rid of this debt, then rebuild my emergency fund, and then I'm gonna get back to that money talk. You feel me? But I'm gonna be very humble. All right, I'm gonna watch how I speak moving forward. But yeah, man, I love and appreciate you guys. That's my life update. See, I use this joint as therapy, man. If you guys stayed through and watch this entire segment, thank you, man. What's the lessons here? Lesson number 1: prioritize your emergency fund, especially if you are a homeowner. Life is going to happen, right? Life is going to happen, so you need to prioritize that. Number 2, besides your emergency fund, you need to stay humble. You need to stay humble, guys, right? Like, yo, man, when you get some money, man, it can get to your head. You can become a little arrogant. But now I see the importance of humility. You feel me? Always stay humble, baby. But I love and appreciate you guys. Let me head out. Peace.